Americans joke and cringe, revolt. A little rebellion now and then is a good thing.
In Switzerland, by Toronto Life, by the time you read this, I'll be dead.
While no one expects Trump to get close to winning the nomination, he's in.
I think that if we look to be the beginning of the end of Donald Trump,
I take it won't happen. So I just think it's a reality.
I think Trump's 101st day
goes on to win South. After all that, vote to stop him.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Lots and lots and lots, lots and lots and lots, lots and lots and lots, lots and lots and lots.
He's already changing rules.
A lot of uncomfortable things happen.
Daniel Bader is a technology analyst.
We will have so much winning if I get elected that you...
Hillary Clinton's firewall.
For President of the United States.
Black Americans.
And they haven't recognized reality.
Are now bitter foes.
Flaws and all.
Big stand in Michigan.
And for American families.
Hillary wants no part of Trump.
They fiddled with him after.
Are incredibly extraordinary.
It's going to be brutal.
The conditions of politics change.
And the Quebec government.
That there's a bombshell.
But it appears that dream.
Chilliwack, British Columbia.
To get their head around.
Sexual touching. The big leap taken by Donald Trump.
It's not what people say, it's what they do.
Florida.
The American nightmare.
African American and Union voters.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Independent body.
Chilliwack, British Columbia.
Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois.
Beaten him in.
That's what it was referred to casually.
The Clinton camp.
At the top in Washington.
He is appealing.
Sugar daddy that keeps you in the race. Everyone thought that Trump, the Republican Party has been eating its own.
Skinny basic service.
There's no way that
it remains a divided field.
No one wants to admit that we may not be able to do this on our own.
Alabama, Tennessee, Massachusetts, and Virginia.
To Trump.
A warmth?
That it's better to double down, reach down.
Trump probably has a little more upside.
The BC government.
The rodeo arena yesterday.
Fall apart over Donald Trump?
They can defeat Donald Trump.
In Vancouver, which is anybody but Trump.
As a protest candidate.
To hit Trump hard.
Pittsburgh.
But Trump is now on a serious roll.
Daniel Bader is.
South Carolina.
Russian troops.
And it's what they've feared.
To hide the children.
By winning in Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee.
Pitch your tent with me.
In Switzerland.
Latinos.
But Trump is now on a serious roll.
Blow outside of his home.
He's returning to his status.
Illinois.
Donald Trump and beyond.
Alabama, Tennessee, Massachusetts, and Virginia.
To Trump's success.
It's a dumb, sort of not great speech.
Quebec in danger of shattering.
Could he change the rules?
Halifax.
Or nightmare, maybe a high-ranking Chinese military official.
Because Trump is in the race.
Ted Cruz winning.
China's rise.
It is just a bad joke.
Great advice from your mom is
fairly bonkers.
Ohio.
Standing behind a podium.
All Asian kids are good at math.
To Americans.
Delusional about his prospects.
Would crush Trump.
For fear of reprisals.
Donald Trump really poses
the will of the people.
He could always add a line.
To Ottawa.
Nova Scotia.
Trump has been thinking about the
face off.
Donald Trump has a point.
To white voters.
Donald Trump's looking presidential.
Donald Trump's back.
Ohio.
Antagonistic relationship with the party.
Ottawa.
Across Canada.
To move over because of Trump.
Do you think it will move the needle at all?
As a Canadian,
Trump vanquishes another opponent.
Donald Trump, which
the party.
There was no way that Donald Trump could win. Donald Trump triumph.
From Alberta.
This is one of those crazy events.
It's on her list tonight.
A sense of perspective.
Is the president.
What is ahead for Donald Trump?
Of marvel and derision.
Make America whole.
Donald Trump.
Texas.
To the, really are blacks.
Just a tasteless joke.
For Black and Latino voter.
New Brunswick.
Vermont. Georgia.
Texas.
The African American community, Muslim community, progressives in America generally.
3 Asian children in little suits.
Make America whole.
Chinese anti-aircraft surface-to-air missile installations on Woody Island.
I will preserve and protect a woman's right to choose.
Trump, Trump, Trump.
Donald Trump could become the president.
You're Canadian.
Their history.
How much Trump focuses his negative energies on a particular
Going to hard places.
Of race and politics.
Curiosity seekers or gawkers.
The prospects for a safe and prosperous future.
Donald Trump's supporters and backers.
Even harder.
And militarization of disputed areas.
Interestingly enough,
Taiwan, Vietnam, and the Philippines, among others, for the International Crisis Group.
Horror and dismay.
Her husband, Bill Clinton.
Oklahoma. Trump's victory had been stolen from him.
Texas, Oklahoma, and Alaska.
what is transpiring today? today.
I'll never vote for Trump. I have a great deal of respect for the common wisdom.
Quebec, water off a duck's back for Donald Trump.
That just opposed Trump.
In Utah,
Coming from those at the top.
Ku Klux Klan every time.
And Trump vodka.
Focuses his negative energies on a particular
Are xenophobic, whether they are racist, whether they're just normal people.
Their brothers and sisters in a certain way.
He's terrifying. Unholiest of races.
Beat Hillary Clinton,
And a bunch of people who don't like him.
That has beaten.
Donald Trump.
make choices for voters.
The behalf of the U.S. Navy.
The anti-Trump forces to listen to advice.
The snickering,
In Washington.
and it drowns Hillary.
This particular point in time.
a lot more downside.
To move away.
Dictate candidate choices.
Paris.
After losing,
It's likely to spell a defeat.
That would be catastrophic.
I tend to agree with President Obama.
Votes for young people, no matter what their race.
Racist, ignorant.
Maybe another financial crisis.
And the world will turn over many times.
To a President Donald Trump.
Trump is high.
They fiddled with him again after.
To the very worst in people.
Politicians can turn on a dime.
Florida has
Some may go over.
And he now believes
trying to read the tea leaves. Syrian.
PI.
Who say they don't like him.
Trying to shoot for a landslide election.
African American as well as Latino.
they're against what voters want.
Donald Trump's path.
In Washington.
Teed for Trump.
Florida.
Talk is cheap.
For the Quebecers,
Frontrunner Donald Trump.
The anti-Trump vote.
The magic number of one.
Bethesda, Maryland, of Georgia. China was not at that summit.
Trench warfare.
Sure trending Trump.
Georgia.
Condemnation of the media.
Beaten Barack Obama.
Quebec.
Fix everything internally.
phony and a fraud.
We're there for the show.
Trump won there.
Is bonkers.
Montreal.
I am willing to fight as long as it takes to ensure
These very small sound bites.
Who can beat Hillary Clinton?
I still have faith in the American electorate. I still have faith in democracy.
And there's going to be losers.
The will of the party.
Keeping hope alive.
American politics up close.
They actually think they have a chance.
Have him once again firmly in the lead.
Like Georgia, like Virginia, like Tennessee, like Alabama, like Arkansas, like Texas.
A good humor.
It also shows how racist and ignorant parts of America still are.
And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people.
Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois.
To Trump and the rest of you must.
Donald Trump, just yesterday.
I won't say a logic.
Skinny pick and play would.
What their reflections were.
For Donald Trump.
The race. A little rebellion now and then is a good thing.
Of the U.S. versus China.
Trump will be a very polarizing candidate.
And Russia.
Running now from Texas.
Any disputes between claimants in the region must be resolved peacefully.
The appeal of the deal.
What we need in America today is more love.
China had deployed missiles on a disputed island.
Donald Trump might be the Republican nominee.
On the presidency,
This guy is a racist.
White voters.
Help patients die.
How do you beat Donald Trump?
President Trump's
Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee.
Limped along the maritime provinces.
Rampant nudity.
South Carolina and Virginia as well.
Black Americans and Latino Americans.
Americans joke and cringe.
Virginia to beat Trump.
Peace and love rhetoric.
By Toronto Life.
Support Trump.
That can beat.
Black Americans.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Among ethnic minority.
I just don't believe it.
the majority of Bush voters without losing his base.
For white voters.
From Virginia.
And you know, they have fiddled with the rules.
Beating Trump.
And Missouri and North Carolina.
To stop Donald Trump.
No love.
Bush supporters.
I am officially running.
Racial lines as well.
Stop Trump.
There's no political path forward.
Quebec.
Of Ohio is
Canadians.
There won't be much peace.
The racial element to this
would instigate a trade war.
The Donald Duck for president.
You know, come to a decision.
If you double down and reach down to the base.
Florida.
Northern Syria.
It's making Trump actually stronger.
With one more to come.
In-person spectacle.
Runaway lead.
The 1%.
Inside Donald Trump.
Could he change more rules?
Stop Trump.
Seal the deal.
Go to war for a long time.
The Cuban Americans.
Monticello.
He is a bully.
Completely unrealistic.
I reject Trump.
Is winning Texas.
A 9/11 type event.
As China's military power grows.
Trump has beat them. They deprive Donald Trump.
Revolt.
Ohio and Florida.
Donald Trump is also claiming victory.
Do what we say, not what we do.
I agree. You'll never get bored with winning. We never get bored.
trending Trump.
To the, really our black swans.
He doesn't have a prayer.
The race for the next president.
Donald Trump came out.
Donald Trump becomes the nominee.
The anti-Trump portion of the party.
How Americans...
This existential threat.
That's the day that winner take all begins.
In Canada.
Playing a part.
To escape the shelling.
I just think it's the best reality TV I've seen in years.
Going to sit around with a bunch of people he doesn't like.
Quite handily in Florida.
With Mr. Trump.
I'm very afraid of him.
From Ohio, Hillary Clinton would crush Trump.
Feeling that the country's going in the wrong direction.
Of a Muslim or a Muslim born in Kenya.
Texas.
If you look at Virginia.
Horrible things about you telling you to get out.